Zealand vs Norway updates, highlights and commentary from Women's World Cup. Kick of time. First half underway. 1 minute, New Zealand get US going. 2 minutes, Frida Monum tries a nifty little flick early on. But it doesn't come off this time, as Norway's attacking intent is put on show early on. 3 minutes, Hegerberg on the Norway left now is held up, but the visitors retain possession and end at winning a throw. Still Norway press down the left-hand side. Eventually the ball is put out and it'll be a throw for the football ferns, to be taken by CJ Bott. For minutes, New Zealand are struggling to get out of their own half at this point though. Norway are pressing high when not in possession. 5 minutes, oh, but what's this? Wilkinson storms clear down the inside right channel, she just takes one touch too many and with the angle too tight. She can't get a shot off that will test Mikkelsen in the Norway goal. The 2015 champions make a hash of clearing their lines though, and there's a moment of panic before they do eventually get it clear. 6 minutes, back down to the other end, and Hegerberg hairs off on a run of her own down the left-hand side again. Her ball into the box finds no one. There isn't a single white shirt there and the move breaks down. 7 minutes. Moments later Hegerberg gives another indication of her immense talent with an acrobatic bicycle kick. She mistimes it this time, but 10 out of 10 for vision. 8 minutes. This game is being played at a hectic pace so far. New Zealand, searching for their first World Cup win of course, are not overawed by the occasion so far and they're giving Norway as good as they've got going forward to this point. 10 minutes. Riley wins a free kick now after a muscular challenge from Hegerberg who is heavily involved at the moment, as you would expect her to be. 11 minutes. It opens up for Hassett after a lovely ball through from Stott. But her shot on goal is well blocked by Harviken. 12 minutes. Seeing that Hegerberg is in the action, why not take a look at her player profile? 14 minutes. Here come Norway, a long ball punted forward. But that's not going to work. It bounces all the way through to Essen in the football ferns goal. 15 minutes. A word on the crowd, it's difficult to tell for sure from the TV pictures. But it certainly looks like a decent-sized crowd at Eden Park. 16 minutes. Bowen sends over a free kick to the far post. Blackstad reckons she hasn't touched it, but the ball runs out for a corner. 17 minutes. Nothing comes of it for New Zealand, but they keep the ball in the Norway half and Bott's eventual ball into the box causes more consternation. It nearly falls kindly for Hassett as the Norwegian defense dithers again. 18 minutes. Norway managed to get clear eventually and Graham Hansen wins a corner, from which Hegerberg rises high but can't direct the ball goalwards. 19 minutes. Great play now from Blackstad, who crosses towards Hegerberg. The former Ballon d'Or winner nods down with precision to Monum, but she skies over the bar. Well worked, and unlucky not to open the scoring there. 20 minutes. They're praising CJ Bott on the telly and rightly so. The Leicester City defender has been heavily involved at right back so far, and not much has got past her. 22 minutes. The referee has a word with Guro Reiten after the Chelsea star is pulled up for a third Norwegian foul in quick succession. A sign of a bit of frustration creeping in? 24 minutes. What a run by Steinmetz. She brings the ball out of the back and as things open up for her, she just keeps on going and going until she overruns it slightly and the move breaks down. The crowd respond. 26 minutes. Just over halfway through the first half and it's still goalless. No real clear-cut chances to speak of, and New Zealand have held their own so far against a much more fancied opponent. 27 minutes. Oh, that's nice from Norway, a neat exchange of passes and headers involving 4 players. Nice, but doesn't get them anywhere. 28 minutes. More neat passing from Norway. It ends up with Blackstad on the left, and after a 1-2 off the unwitting Riley, she sends over a cross. It's easy enough for Essen in the New Zealand goal to claim though. 31 minutes. Blackstad is pulled up for another Norwegian foul and she's given what seems like a final warning from the referee. a card is likely the next time she steps out of line. 32 minutes. From the resulting free kick, Bowen delivers the ball towards Wilkinson at the back stick. She's unmarked, but her header back across the face of goal is too close to Mickelson and the keeper claims comfortably. 34 minutes. New Zealand have done very well so far. They've defended resolutely but also enjoyed moments of their own going forward. And the Norway defense has, at times, failed to convince. 35 minutes. Oh. Best chance of the game. Graham Hansen turns on the afterburners down the right before playing the ball inside to Hagerberg, but Stad is there to make a crucial block. 37 minutes. Bott and Hansen collide, but it's a fair shoulder charge from the Norway player, and it'll be a Norway throw. 39 minutes. Here come New Zealand. Wilkinson plays it wide to Riley. But her foray forward is ended by a physical challenge that the ref deems fair. The majority of the crowd don't agree, perhaps unsurprisingly. 41 minutes. Corner to New Zealand now. Percival pings it across, but it's easily cleared by a Norway head. 43 minutes. Still New Zealand press on the front foot. Riley does really well to keep the ball alive down near the corner flag. She lays it back to Bott, who delivers the ball into the box with her left foot. It's decent, but just slightly overhit this time. 44 minutes. It's all New Zealand at the moment. Norway are struggling to get the ball clear as the first half draws to a close. 45 minutes. Wilkinson muscles her way through the Norwegian defense until a perfectly timed tackle from Geld prevents her from getting a shot away. Still, a corner to New Zealand. 45 plus 1 minutes. Nothing comes of it, and that will be that for the first half. Halftime. New Zealand 0-0 Norway. Second half underway. 46 minutes. It'll be interesting to see how long Norway keep with the current lineup before making any changes. We're back underway. No changes for either side to tell you about at the break. Well, that didn't go quite according to plan for Norway, with New Zealand belying their underdog status with a terrific first-half performance of defensive vigor and no little attacking clout. Norway, of course, remain dangerous going forward, but a few moments of defensive uncertainty will be of concern. An intriguing second half awaits. Stick with us. 48 minutes. Incredible. What a start to the second half. New Zealand take the lead after a Wilkinson sends Eden Park into delirium. Hand breaks away down the right-hand side and her cross is inch perfect for Wilkinson, who just has to tap home. Goal. New Zealand 1-0 Norway. 49 minutes. Hannah Wilkinson scores first goal of this World Cup, and what a goal it is, on a day of such emotion in Auckland. New Zealand are on track to win their first ever game at a World Cup. Norway, meanwhile, are shell-shocked. 50 minutes. Still New Zealand attack. Bott sends over a deep cross after a corner is played all the way back to near the halfway line. Riley gets the ball and again takes on her marker, beats her marker again. But again runs out of turf and the ball goes behind for a goal kick. 52 minutes. Wilkinson is proving a handful for the Norway defense, and it's all New Zealand at the moment. 53 minutes. Hang on. What have we got here? Looks like a check for a penalty. There's a bit of confusion, but yes, there's some consultation for a penalty, a possible handball in the Norway box. 54 minutes. The ball does hit Harviken's arm, but only after it deflects up off her leg, so no penalty. That could have been disastrous for Norway. Play continues, still 1-0 to New Zealand. 55 minutes. Hand again gets past Harviken, who's under the cosh at the moment. The fern hits the deck in the box and the ball runs out of play. No penalty though, and Norway breathe a sigh of relief. 56 minutes. Here's a first change for Norway, who really have to do something if they are to turn this tide. Off goes Blackstad, on comes Emily Javi of Roma. 57 minutes. A bit more detail below on goalscorer and current Golden Boot leader Hannah Wilkinson. 59 minutes. Oh dear. A great opportunity falls Monum's way, but she can't capitalize. a stabbed effort from in front of goal goes wide, and a great chance is spurned. 60 minutes, an hour gone. And New Zealand's football ferns lead, against all pre-match wisdom. Not only that, but they've looked good for their lead. Wilkinson up front in particular is causing problems. 61 minutes, Wilkinson fires off a shot, a bit speculative this time, and it's wide of Mickelson's goal. 62 minutes, here come New Zealand again, hand goes over but the ball finds Riley, who curls a beauty that seems destined to hit the back of the net until Mickelson dives across and tips over the bar for a corner. 63 minutes, still New Zealand press forward. This time Bot has a shooting chance, but her standing leg slides on the turf and her shot bounces harmlessly wide. She allows herself a rueful grin. 64 minutes, down the other end, and some brief respite for Norway as Javi hammers an effort goalwards. But it never reaches its intended target as Percival bravely puts her body on the line. 66 minutes, Hassett now heads off on another forward run. Nothing comes of it, but New Zealand really are impressive going forward. Javi tries to make a difference for Norway again, but her cross shot from the Norway left bounces on top of the football ferns net. 69 minutes, New Zealand make their first change. Claudia Bunge of Melbourne Victory comes on to replace the popular Stott. 70 minutes, a reader email, from friend of the live blog Phil Withall. It seems pretty much my luck, having got used to missing sporting events due to the time difference, meaning I'm asleep when they happen. I'm now in the position where I miss most of the World Cup in Australia/New Zealand due to work commitments. Sorry to hear that, Phil. Once again, the Guardian MBM is my savior, both footballing and cricketing versions. I thank you. Glad to be of service, Phil. 71 minutes. I'm confused by Norway, writes in Carrie Tillinius. On paper they should be one of the contenders for the title, but their play lacks fluency and is all too predictable for the New Zealand defense. I worry they'll have another disappointing tournament, like last year's Euros. Far from their best performance tonight. 74 minutes, back to the football. Actually, not just yet. Another change first. Manchester United's Vilde Bo Risa comes on for Norway. She's one of 108 players at this World Cup who play in England, the TV commentators have just said. 75 minutes, into the last quarter of an hour, and we're getting very close to history being made. The crowd attendance is announced, 42,137. That's a big crowd for New Zealand and sets a record for any football match in the country, men's or women's. 77 minutes, Percival. Oh. So close to a second for the football ferns. She strikes it sweetly from the edge of the box and it flies just wide of the upright. 80 minutes, Hansen intercepts a Steinmetz ball forward and Norway can come forward now. They're by no means finished here, by the way. What an opening game this has been, and the referee really deserves credit for playing her role in making it as good as it is, Luke Pierce emails in. It's a good point. The ref has really allowed the game to flow, but also retained control. 81 minutes, off the bar. Hansen smacks the woodwork with a superb long-range strike, with Essen well beaten. 82 minutes, corner to Norway now. And all of a sudden, New Zealand's lead looks rather fragile. Can they hang on? 83 minutes, the corner comes across, but it goes all the way through without any touch from a player. That's disappointing from Norway, and will give New Zealand a chance to breathe. 84 minutes. I reckon this is going to be one-way traffic for the final 6 minutes now. That strike against the bar has really given Norway hope. 85 minutes. The first yellow card of the night is dished out to substitute Javi. And another change now. Goalscorer Wilkinson departs to a tremendous roar from the crowd. What a performance from her. On comes Paige Satchel in her place. 86 minutes, another penalty check. Another handball shout against Tuva Hansen. Play stalls, and the eyes of a nation are on the referee as she watches her screen. It's a bot cross into the box that is stopped by the arm of Hansen. And it's given. Penalty to New Zealand. 88 minutes, what a moment for New Zealand. Percival will have the chance to seal victory for the football ferns. 89 minutes, no. Percival hits the post. Mickelson was beaten, but the ball strikes the upright. Such are the margins. 90 minutes, what drama late in the game. And it's not over yet, 9 minutes of injury time to be played. 90 plus 1 minutes, not quite sure where 9 minutes came from. 90 plus 2 minutes, Gerald has a problem here and will have to be replaced by Anna Josendal. She's down on the floor, but her teammates can't wait, they pick her up themselves and run her off the pitch. The four dumping on the sideline. No time for niceties at this point. 90 plus 4 minutes, still New Zealand hang on. 90 plus 6 minutes, meanwhile, over in Sydney, big news before the other opening night game, Australia's Sam Kerr will not play against Ireland after having been ruled out with a calf injury. 90 plus 7 minutes, New Zealand are just looking to run the clock down now. That's all they have to do. The whistles are already coming from the stands, the crowd want this one to end. 90 plus 8 minutes, chance for Norway. Hegerberg stabs the ball to Wrighton, but she can't apply a finishing touch from close range. 90 plus 9 minutes, we're pretty much there now. Tension fills the air at Eden Park. The ball falls into the grateful arms of Essen. She'll take her time in thumping the ball downfield. 90 plus 10 minutes, when is this going to end? Now. There it is. All over in Auckland. New Zealand stunned Norway to win their first World Cup game. Full time, New Zealand 1-0 Norway. Thanks for your watching. Don't forget to click the subscribed button and hit the bell icon for more.